Okay guys, welcome to F4. It's RLH of course, and Fretty here. If you can't hear me very well at the moment, or if there's any audio issues whatsoever, hopefully we'll get that cleared up pretty soon. Not your regular commentator of course, but always good to give the F4 boys a bit of a shout out on the YouTube. So we've got 15 drivers at the moment. I think we're missing a couple that were intended to drive tonight. And we've got a few already finishing out laps. We've got Comrade Flash then, and we'll just get the information up. So we're going to put the best tyre, set the time on, telemetry, and of course some lap data. And hopefully someone somewhere is going to let me know as to what you can hear, because it sounds perfect on my end, but I'm aware that's yeah, looking good. So hopefully all good. So we've got Comrade Flash now. I've missed there. He's on the mediums, but he seems to have backed out of this lap, has he? I'll try and get the spectator menu down. What the hell's going on? I've not spectated in months on this game. There we go. And already traffic building up down the bottom of the hairpin. So yeah, the traffic can get a bit of an issue here, not quite to the extent that we saw at Monza in F1, but yeah, the tow's still pretty crucial, but of course more at the end of the lap, so anything you gain down here you're probably losing the traffic. And yeah, Comrade Flash coming straight back in, so we'll try and find someone on a lap. Who's on a lap then? Timmy in the Ferrari, he's down at the hairpin already, number 13. Hopefully not unlucky for him tonight as he makes his way down. DRS will open, and we've got more yellow flags. There's Usman. Usman's out of the session already. I'm not even sure where that is, because as always Codemasters can't give us a way of selecting the player that's just retired, but there's plenty of yellow flags. And Timmy goes fastest on a 1:12.3, so he's the first man to set a time. And who have we got on a lap then? Newcomer tonight, and well, I could say that name many ways, probably none of which should be appropriate on the stream. So I don't know. We'll go for Mary. Why not? Rather feminine take on it. Yeah, he's in the Renault then, and he's braking at the 100-metre board for the hairpin, all nice and neat and tidy, as Bogorovsky goes quickest, just over a tenth quicker than Timmy at the moment, so pretty tight for those who've currently set a time. Only two so far though, so plenty of drivers finding it tricky out there. Yeah, now Mary's backed out as well. Billy then, he's possibly one to watch tonight. He's out on the hards at the minute, so whether he sets a lap and sees how far he can get up the grid on those, or he's just getting his eye in and we'll switch to the mediums later in the session, remains to be seen. Timmy goes faster now on his second lap on the set of softs, so 1:11.6, but he won't really want to be starting the race on a tyre that's done an extra run in quali. And Sem, it is Fretty, Lord Fretwell, who is commentating for you, so yeah, you should feel blessed at that. Who have we got? We've got Danny coming down the pits. We've got Philip, always worth a look. Entertainment never far away, and he's giving a nice tow to one of the Red Bulls. It's to Daniel, but he's on an outlap. So Philip then is coming down the back straight. Where's he going to pick his braking mark? Just after the 100-metre board, fourth gear, just glancing off each curve. We've got a part of the wall of champions seems to have been moved there, so that's interesting. Philip goes P5 on a 1:12.6, so it's looking like anywhere in the 1:11s is probably, by the time everything's settled down in 10 minutes time, going to be sort of top 10 region, I would say, if you can get in the 1:11s. We'll see how accurate we are on that as we just got a few comments there on the Discord, and we'll try and pick up someone who's on a lap, which is always a lot easier said than done. And it's Comrade Flash again then, so we saw his aborted run early on. He's back on the mediums and seems to be giving it plenty this time. More yellow flags out there. We've got Fairy Tale as well, I noticed, who's not made it round a lap, and he's also out of the session early on, so that piece of barrier I think's been removed. No, it's still there, and Comrade Flash goes fastest, a 1:10.5, so that drops the bar by almost another second to the Renault of Goom. And yeah, I'm not a regular in F4, so we'll try and get the names as accurate as possible. Panos then, he was a guest driver in F3 last night, goes across the line with a 1:11.0, and Timmy is back in the pits after that 1:11.6. Philip's lap was on the hards actually, so that's quite impressive. 1:11.9 on the hard tyres, so he's just circulating at the moment, getting his eye in by the looks of it as he takes the board out there for rejoining the circuit. And Bagpuss goes into P6 at 12.1. He's also on the mediums, so there's quite a diverse use of tyres out there. We've got quite a few on the softs, we've got a couple on the mediums, a couple on the hards as well, and I think if you can avoid the softs and go for a one stop, it's in theory quicker, but of course everything depends on the timing of any safety cars around here. Probably just as much as in Monaco, as yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going with, Phil. I'll stick to that one. Why not? So Billy at the moment on those hards on 12.7. We'd expect him to go quite a bit quicker on a different compound. As he goes again through the final corner. So is this on another set of hards, or is this his second lap hards? Can never quite tell with the information this game gives you, but I think he's on a fresh set of hards. And we've just about got 10 people who've set a time then, so everyone who's set a time at the moment will start on the tyres they've qualified on. Billy giving it a long wall of death run around the outside of 5 and 6, all the way down to second gear for turn 7, back up through the gears, DRS open on this beautiful Ferrari. There's not a better looking F1 car than that. I'm not biased. As he approaches the hairpin again then, tricky little braking zone. Just as that service road ends, you're going to hit the brakes, second gear, just clips it down to first to get the rotation. Nice clean exit. And he's going to open the DRS then, and where's this lap going to put him? It's all looked fairly neat and tidy. Just past the 100 metre board, fourth gear, pretty conservative over the curbs. DRS open again, wants to keep as far to the right hand side as possible really for the shortest run. Goes a 1:11.6 on hards, so that's pretty much about the territory for the quick guys on hards then, somewhere in the 1:11s. And there's not a great deal happening outside of the top 10. We've got Zeppa, who I think is pretty pacey at times. Starting a lap in the Williams, he's currently 13th, having not set a time. We've got 3 drivers without a time who won't get a time as well, so that's probably going to be your back 3 on the grid, providing Zeppa gets this lap in. And we'll go on board through turn 3 and 4. Hopefully he didn't invalidate that. As we see another comment on the stream. It's Spag! Welcome, Spag! Prince set a 1:8.7 on mediums in F2. 1:8.7. That's pretty pacey from the boys in F2 then. Prince Colour, of course, an F1 driver in Season 4, made the step down to F2 on Wednesdays for the start of this season. But back to the action in F4 then. We've got Zeppa now down the back straight. Hopefully this lap's going to be valid? Yeah, Prince would have been P2 and F1 on that time then, so yeah, definitely a good lap from him as Zeppadoodle goes across the line. 110.9 on hard, so that's very impressive. As who else has just gone quicker there? Is that Composite who's gone to... No, something changed, I'm not entirely sure what. So yeah, sorry for missing that one. It could have been Bogorovsky actually, going P4. He looks like he's just finished a lap. Composite though is on his way across the line. He's going for the shortest run on the right hand side, is he? I have no idea what's happened there. Timmy's waiting to get out of the way. And more yellow flags as a result of that. Have we got anyone who's looking like starting a lap? We've got Mary in the Renault. So yeah, the two Renaults have both got rather unfortunate names really, as he goes very wide. Is he getting out of the way of someone? No. Bit of a strange one. He's got his teammate right behind him, who's also on an outlap, so they don't want to get too close to each other and compromise each other's laps. 5 minutes of qualifying remaining then. We've got yellow flags. I think that was a car coming into the pits, was it? And we're going to go on board then with Mary, of course, as we said, debut tonight in RLH. All the way down to second gear for the left-hander. Probably a downshift too many there. Usually just tend to flick second gear as you come into the right-hand part of that first sequence. Fifth gear, sticking in fifth, 4, turns 3 and 4. A little bit of oversteer and contact with the wall, so hopefully not too much damage there. More yellow flags, and yeah, he's missing the end plate there, so hopefully he can get a time in. We've got Philip waiting out of the way on the right hand side, so yeah, good job there, Philip, staying out of the way. And I think this could be compromising his teammate. Yeah, the two Renaults very close. Line of stern now as we come into the hairpin. Oh, and there's contact even between them. Things are not very friendly down at Renault then. Bit of intra-team rivalry already. They've only been teammates for about 15 minutes. And they're even racing each other into the final corner. So yeah, the track position could have been organised a little better between them. They go across the line, and it's a 12.8 on mediums for Mary, and Goon is still fifth, so lost out unfortunately in the traffic there. Who have we got starting a lap? I'm going to keep an eye on Philip on these mediums, and he's got a little bit of traffic in front of him, which is Billy, who's his teammate in GT Sport, so hopefully they'll stay out of each other's way. Billy's hit the wall there and lost the front wing. Oh, and then he's got in the way of Philip as well. That's compromised both their laps then. So that's, yeah, traffic becoming quite an issue here. Who else can we find? He's done 4 laps on that set of softs. What is he thinking? He's going to have nothing left for the first stint unless he can go quicker on another set. And wait, Timmy's gone fastest. Timmy's gone fastest by 4/100ths of a second. He's stuck the soft tyres on and put it up the front, so he's gone for track position. We'll see later on whether it compromises him on the strategy, but he's gone for the idea of try and get out front and play it from there. Comrade Flash is still in the pits, so he needs to be going out reasonably soon if he's going to put another lap in. I would think he'd be fairly happy on a 10.5 on mediums though, putting him on the front row at the moment. And Zeppa as well has got some traffic ahead of Panos, and that's another set of teammates who are line of stern. So I don't know if the teammates are trying to orchestrate a tow and a couple have got it wrong, or if they're just meeting each other out on track by coincidence. So there's only just over a tenth between the two Williams teammates at the moment. Panos is going to be the first one, and they've also got almost identical helmets, so thanks for helping me out there, guys. As Panos then goes across the line with a 110 dead on mediums, so he's lowered the bar yet further. and Zepper stays, I think. Yeah, he was still. Yeah, he stayed on a 110.9 on the hards, so he didn't go quicker on his mediums. Is he going again? Certainly giving it plenty. Up 2.5 tenths in the first sector. All nice, neat and tidy through the right left chicane then. It's going to come down to the end of the second sector, and he's over 4 tenths up then, so this is looking like a good lap. Could be a very good day for Williams. Neat and tidy, nice clean run out of the hairpin. More yellow flags as he comes into the final chicane. Driving for the line, what's it going to be on the mediums? He goes P2, so it's an all Williams front row as it stands on the medium tyres, so they're looking very good. As Philip now is still going round on a set of mediums that have done a lap or two. Just a quick note on the stream quality. Hopefully it's coming through okay. I've had this was a pretty last minute call, and I've just not been able to get the settings right for my capture card, so we're streaming straight from the PlayStation, unfortunately, but hopefully it comes through clear enough for you. We've got the mic set up, but yeah, no capture card I'm afraid. So as we close qualifying then, the Williams have both done. Timmy, Philip, Comrade, Flash. So Timmy could be vulnerable on those softs. We've got Composite who's in the pits, Bogorovsky's in the pits. That's it. That's qualifying over. We've got 3 drivers, of course, at the back, failed to set a time, and I will just check out the comments as Panos goes across the line. Goes quicker still. I'm not entirely sure it was necessary for him to put another lap on those tyres, but yeah, he's definitely demonstrated some good pace there. And so he was commenting earlier that he was struggling with the setup. He seems to have found a decent solution for it. So Panos then and Zepper complete an all Williams front row. Timmy the Turtle puts Ferrari on the second row on those soft tyres. Philip in the McLaren and Comrade Flash are another couple of medium runners. Composite, Bogorovsky, Goon, Billy having a difficult qualifying. We saw him taking a bit of the wing off, and Tudai in the Red Bull, unfortunately having to start on that set of softs. He was the last man to start on his qualifying tyres, and then I missed the last two. 12th was Mary. Can't quite remember who was 11th. So in a few moments then we'll be starting on the formation lap as we get, what have we got here? We've got yeah, Billy starting on 4 lap old hards for some reason, and yeah, the Renault of Goon on 4 lap old softs. That's a very interesting strategy. I hate to say it, but I think he's probably going to get hung out to dry on that one. As we wait for the guys to load in then, I'll just have a quick drink of a family friendly non-alcoholic beverage, of course. Cough cough. Right, come on, here we go. We've got the formation lap underway then. Hopefully everyone gets away cleanly. We've got McLaren at the back. For some reason is now P5 and is now in everyone's way. So how has Danny ended up all the way up there? He's in P8 as it stands. He needs to be starting in P14 and needs to try and avoid making contact with anyone. So yeah, I'm not even sure. That must be it. Excuse me, must be a glitch of the game. He's also let Fairy Tale through. What on earth is going on here? Fairy Tale is also in 50. Meant to be starting 15th, but he's up in P7. So you really need to be keeping in formation on the formation lap. I'm not entirely sure what I'm witnessing here. Why are we seeing the guy starting in P15 running around in P7 and racing people on the formation lap? I'm absolutely baffled, as the two Williams do go around in formation. Yeah, Phil can't wait for this first corner. Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah, Dave, I've no idea. Everyone seems to be, thinking it's the first lap. What can you say? Oh, no surprise, we've got 5 cars already on the grid. One of them is Danny, one's Billy. Right, the rest of the grid are coming then. The two Williams have got to navigate their way through the people who've already made it there. And eventually we'll have a grid that's ready to go. Hopefully we'll all get through pretty cleanly. Try and set some position changes up as we get going then. So we've got the lights coming on any minute now. Green flag, and hopefully we'll get some lights. Yep, we've got 3 lights, 4, 5. There'll be a pause and we will be racing in Canada. Here we go then. Good start from Zeppa. He's got the jump on his Williams teammate into turn 1. Oh, and they made contact. Oh no, synchronised spinning between the two Williams. It's all gone wrong. At the first corner, Philip picks up a penalty for corner cutting, but he's out the front at the moment. Philip's come through to lead the race. Comrade Flash in the Toro Rosso is second. Composite third, up 3 places. Usman's gone up 9 places in the Alpha. What an incredible start. As we've got Zeppa down 3 and with front wing damage as well. And we'll try and catch our breath. We've got Timmy down 3 places. Billy is already on the back of his teammate, up 1. Goon in the Renault's down 1 on those very worn soft tyres. He's got front wing damage as well. We'll try and pick up who's got the damage as we go around. And we've got, oh, who's that? Oh, we've got Composite round. Composite in the Red Bull. Can he get it going again? Just about. He's got front wing damage though, so he's going to have to be in the pits. And yes, still then, here we go. Philip in the McLaren, leading down towards the end of the first lap. What an incredible first lap for him. Up 3 places, but Usman in the Alfa Romeo. Has he got... Oh, he's been hit from behind. Zeppa, I think, was trying to go for the pits. It's absolute chaos here already, as Usman now is trying to go back to the pits. So he's been up 10 places, he's now back down another, what, 10 or 11 places. There's penalties everywhere, and we've got a virtual safety car. That's no surprise. Wow. We'll try and catch our breath on that one. What a start, what an opening lap to this race. Hopefully no further penalties for speeding under the virtual safety car. I'm not entirely sure what I've just witnessed on that first lap. We've had so much damage as we've got Composite in. I think he dropped it all by himself. We've got Usman, who I think had front wing damage even before getting rear-ended into the final corner. Panos, who started on pole, didn't he? Yeah, Panos down 11 places after that contact and damage to with his teammate. Fairy Tale's come up from the back of the grid to 11th. Goon's out of the race then in amongst all that carnage. And are we racing again? We are. Green flags then, so Philip back up the front. Oswaldo, yeah, what's going on? I don't think anyone really knows. We're going to try and keep up with it as we go along, but yeah, quite chaotic for an opening lap. But yeah, where else but Canada, eh? There's always some form of safety car. So Philip is leading into another lap, keeping it nice and cool at the moment. We'll try and get what tyres everyone's on now. Then now things have calmed down a bit, and get rid of that. There we go. So Comrade Flash on mediums as well as Philip. He's going to be Oh, he's starting to close the gap already. Zeppa sets the fastest lap. How's that possible? He was in the pits, wasn't he? Yep, no, I have no idea. So Comrade Flash is 1.5 seconds behind Philip, so he's dropped a few tenths in the middle sector. Timmy on those soft tyres is now 6 seconds behind. And we will just... Have we got any comments? Yeah, I think we're up to date on the comments. As Timmy then locks up into the hairpin, he's got Bagpuss on the back of him, and he's got Danny Lanfear on the back of him as well. So we've got a 3-car fight, soon to possibly be a 4-car fight, with Bogorovsky coming in there as well. So plenty going on for P3 at the moment, with all these 4 cars on similar age soft tyres. As they come into the final corner, Danny Lanfear's picked up a penalty, but he's got a run on Bagpuss as a result. Both have got the DRS, but Danny's going to go up the inside into turn 1. Can he get it stopped? Just about. Bit of grass on the exit. Oh, but he's run wide through turn 2, and Bagpuss gets it back. And I think from the onboard there, is there a little bit of damage on the racing point? Yeah, he's missing the left front end plate then. So I'm sure there's plenty of cars running out there with damage. As Danny Lanfear again a little bit wide, he's going to be vulnerable now to Bogorovsky. And the gap is down to just over a second as... Wait a minute, Danny's left the session, so possibly a little bit of connection issue there. Hopefully he can get back in. And at the moment then, Bogorovsky is racing a Ghost. As we come down into the hairpin, we've got Mary and the Renault joining this battle then. And where's he come up from? He started P12, did he? P11, one of those two. So here we go, the Comrade Flash sets the fastest lap of the race in pursuit of Philip, and as soon as I can get rid of that information, we're going to go up there and see what's happening, because Philip now is starting to get under a little bit of pressure from the car behind. We're going on board then with Comrade Flash through the turn 3 and 4 chicane. A little bit of oversteer. I think he possibly might have picked up a warning through there as well. He's all over the curbs in his pursuit of the lead McLaren. And yeah, Bogorovsky going past Danny then. Danny is not in the session at the moment. So 8 tenths covers the top 2. 8 seconds further back is third place. So at the moment it's very much a 2-horse race, and they're both on a decent strategy. Philip at the moment keeping everything nice and calm. He's got Comrade Flash in the DRS zone, but if he manages his ERS wisely, he'll be able to defend from that while it remains around 8 tenths. If it gets under half a second, you're pretty vulnerable. Luckily, he's still got 1 brake marker board going in there, so still something for you to work off. And it's 7 tenths as we come across the line. Then DRS again, of course, for Comrade Flash. And we've got... Oh, wait a minute. Mary in the Renault has made it ahead of Bogorovsky then, who's... No, sorry, I saw a bit of damage there, but no, all is good on the Mercedes. So yeah, Mary then, he was a little tentative in qualifying, but he's come into his own in the opening few laps, making good progress on those mediums. 5 laps on the softs now then, they're going to start... Oh, no! Oh, we've commentators cursed him. Oh, no. He's got damage on the left front end plate of that Renault now then. And he's on the mediums as well, so he would not have been planning on a stop just yet. That's going to... I'm pretty sure he's going to have to pit, otherwise he'll just lose too much time, and that's going to convert into a 2-stop, it looks like. We're down to half a second up the front though. Comrade Flash in the Toro Rosso, lining up Philip. DRS open. Philip's already gone defensive, nearly put it in the wall there. He's glued to the inside line. Can Comrade go around the outside? Nope, Philip's got it covered all the time, leaving the space of course. And now Comrade Flash will go again then, down into turn 1. Philip doesn't cover the inside as aggressively this time, but he leaves a car's width. Good racing as both of them keep it pretty clean. Comrade Flash on the exit. Can he get the drive into turn 3? He's up the inside, on the brakes, going to get the move done. Yes! And Philip then drops to P2. Just needs to keep calm, keep his head at the moment, because that's still a very good position and there is a very long way to go in this race. We've got Bagpuss in the pits. So did he? Yeah, he had the damage on the left front end plate, didn't he? And Tudai as well in the Red Bull rejoins the circuit. So that puts Fairy Tale up into the final point in the second Mercedes. So just one retirement at the moment then, despite all that chaos in the opening lap. And now things have calmed down up the front. We're going to look at your pole man, who's running last on track at the moment, right behind Usman, who he had contact with earlier, and Composite, who had that spin, approaching the end of the second sector, and it's all getting pretty tight again. A little bit of contact between Composite and Usman. Panos has got the DRS, Composite's got the DRS to defend. They just about make it through. Oh, and there's contact. Oh, and that was inevitable. Oh, and Panos has gone round in sympathy. So Usman's out of the race. Composite, I think, got away with it. Yep, no damage on the Red Bull, but Panos needs another front wing. So just as that was a nice little fight brewing, it's over just as quickly. What have we got now? 6/10 between Bogorovsky and Mary, so we've seen a little bit of damage on that Renault. How much longer can he keep it going? He's getting to the point, obviously the damage will hurt his tyres a little bit, but he's getting to the point where his mediums will start to overpower the softs of Bogorovsky, who possibly could be starting to struggle on those tyres as he goes across the chicane. And who have we got in front? That's Timmy up the front, isn't it? So he's keeping things pretty clean on those softs at the moment, and could possibly be looking, with all the carnage behind him, could be looking at a podium because of the damage to the Renault behind him. And there's a couple of others on softs, although Zeppa is making rapid progress as Timmy pits at the end of lap 8 then. So Timmy is in the pits. What's he going to put on it? Set of mediums, so he's looking like he's going soft, medium, medium then. As we get another comment, what have we got? Timmy rejoins in 9th place then, should do. As Fairy Tale picks up a penalty. Okay, came up, we had a comment, but I can't see one. Okay, we'll carry on. And the closest fight on track at the moment, is Danny back in the session? No. So it's Bogorovsky versus the debutant Mary again. It's just spread out a little bit as these softs come to the end of their life. Usman leaves the session after that contact and spin. So are we going to see Bogorovsky in this lap? Yes, we are. So that's the last remaining competitive soft tyre runner, because Danny's not in the session. He pits anyway. The AI pits for him. Mediums again going on the Mercedes. And what's Billy doing? He's on mediums after that early stop for damage. And he's 3 seconds behind Zeppa as the gaps start to spread out a little bit, as Bogorovsky's going to come out just behind Bagpuss and just ahead of Timmy. So most cars out there now running the mediums. There's just Zeppa and Fairy Tale on the hards and Panos on the softs. So yeah, not a lot of DRS in use at the moment. We've got Bogorovsky using it here down the back straight. As Timmy comes through that beautiful Italian liveried helmet. And we've got Danny is still ghosted, yeah, so that's Tudai going ahead of him. So Panos now, after how many stops has he got? He's had 2 stops already then, down in 13th, half a minute off Composite. He needs a safety car really to salvage anything from his race. As up the front we've still got a bit of a gap emerging. It's 4 seconds now that Philip is behind Comrade Flash, and yeah, there's not a great deal going on. It's a bit of a calm before the storm, hopefully. Sort of in between anything happening on anyone's strategies at the moment. So there's always time for a quick drink, of course. And we'll go on board with Zepper as he gets a little bit sideways. He's 2.7 seconds off Mary, but the tyres on that Renault are getting a little bit dated, and he's also got the wing damage as well, of course. Billy there looking pretty aggressive into the hairpin. A little bit of damage there I think I spotted as well. Yep, that's another left front end plate hanging about, as we've had yellow flags, have we? Who was that for? And Panos has gone a lap down then, so it could have been for Panos. And the gap's come down to 2 seconds. Comrade Flash has been off the track somewhere. Has he got damage? He's got left front damage. Philip's going to be back in the lead. Keep it calm now, Philip. Don't run into the back of him. He's got damage. Just keep your cool. And we're going to be going through. So the McLaren retakes the lead he held for the first few laps. Yes, Philip. Go on, son. So Comrade Flash, it does look like a lot of damage. I think he's probably going to have to be in this lap because he's just got so much understeer. Yeah, the entire left-hand side of the wing's gone, flap and everything. So I don't know if the back marker was involved or if it was a separate incident. Is he going to pit? We'll see if he goes straight on at the final corner. And Philip's in as well then, so Philip is in as well. What's he going to put on it? No damage on the McLaren, so he's going to have a nice clean stop. Phil, did that back marker take him out? I'm not entirely sure. We didn't quite pick up the first part of it, as Billy gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, which is not an uncommon occurrence around here. So Philip's gone to the soft. That's interesting. Why would he do that? Does he know something I don't? So Comrade Flash has repaired the damage and gone for a set of mediums, so he will have to pit again because he was on the mediums beforehand. You've got to run 2 types of tyre, of course, and he's now stuck in traffic behind Timmy, and he's got Bogorovsky and Bagpuss ahead of him as well. So this is going to help Philip, but he's took a very aggressive strategy by going for those red marked soft tyres as Billy gets ahead of Fairy Tale going into turn 3. Composite as well is that's closed up, hasn't it? The battle for the final point between Billy, Fairy Tale and Composite. Billy's got that sealed at the moment, and Composite so Billy's on brand new soft, so he should be going quicker. We've got a battle going on there between, oh my, wow, we've got nearly 3 abreast as we go down the back straight. Plenty of action all of a sudden. Definitely, we said it was the calm before the storm. That's definitely how it's turned out, as Bogorovsky picks up a penalty, but he still leads this pack. Comrade Flash coming through now on Bagpuss, who's on 7-lap old mediums, the oldest of this 4-car train. So, and we've got Zepper up the front. He's only 3/10 off of Mary now as well. So all of a sudden, having had nothing for a few laps, we've got battles all down the field with a couple of stops taking place. So who's going to be the first one to make a move, and are we going to catch it? Probably not. Zepper gets on the grass though, and he's gone wide. Just got on the grass on the entry, locked the wheels, and he's gone straight on. 12 laps on that set of hards. He should be alright on those at the moment. I think the hards will go about 20 laps at a push, as Bogorovsky is just about holding up Comrade Flash. I think it's going to be a slam dunk here though. As, oh, please don't glide, guys. We've got, oh, what a shame. Oh, we can't afford to be losing runners at this rate. damage on both cars, I think. Yeah, both are into the pits. So Comrade Flash is only, and both get penalties, I think, as well for speeding in the pit lane. So Comrade Flash has only just one lap ago changed the wing, and then are they ready for him? Yeah, it's a glitch. Danny Lamphere is still going around as a ghost. Tuda, as Billy sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:11.6. So unfortunately then, that 4-car battle is now down to a 2-car battle between Timmy and Bagpuss, the two surviving drivers battling over 4th place. The Zeppa is closing on Mary up the front, and we've got that's the ghost of Danny, of course. And Timmy then, can he get it turned? Yeah, can he get a clean exit? Just about. He's 7/10 off Bagpuss. He's going to be just about within range. I think it's going to be pretty do or die. Yeah, he's a little bit too far back, as when Mary's pitted then in the Renault. 14 laps on that set of mediums. He goes for the hards and a new front wing, so he's planning on going to the end on that. Phillips closed in by 4 seconds since his pit stop. Yeah, those soft tyres are definitely giving him pace at the moment. But the problem is, they won't go too far. So what did we manage? About 7 or 8 laps on quali tyres. So Philip could be looking at going maybe 10 laps at a push. And we've got Bagpuss still just 8/10 ahead of Timmy for the final podium as it stands. And Zeppa will probably be going about another 5 laps on that set of hards. So Philip, they've both got to pit again, so Philip needs to get the move done really, either through pit stops or on track. But either way, he's racing Zeppa for position at the moment, despite the early spin, or the first corner spin for Zeppa. It's Timmy again with the DRS open, closing on Bagpuss, but just not quite close enough. Billy's past the ghost of Danny Lamphere, and he's all over the back of Tudai, and goes for a little dummy, and he's got great traction out of there on those new soft tyres. Pulls ahead well before the corner, so yeah, those red mark tyres have definitely got some grip in them. As Philip showing up the front as well. Fairytale picks up another penalty. We've got Comrade Flash and Composite now then, battling for 9th and 10th position. That's another one coming through on excuse me, on new softs. And who have we got then? Still the closest battle is, I keep getting done by that Danny Lamphere being a couple of tenths behind someone with no car. Oh, don't tell me we've got more. Oh, it's Comrade Flash again! Is it going to be a 3rd wing in as many laps? Composite, I think, got away with it. But yeah, it's another, and he's left. Which unfortunately leaves us with another ghost flying about the place, just to confuse me that little bit more. Oh, we've had something's kicked off for 3rd and 4th then. Both of them have gone across the chicane. Neither of them have got damage, luckily. But yeah, not entirely sure what happened there, as Tudai leaves the session as well. So we've now got, out of 13 runners, we've got 3 ghosts going out there. It's not great, guys. Could be, could at least be retiring if we're going to leave. But still, we've got 2.5 seconds now. Phillips closed the gap to Zeppa. Billy picks up a penalty through turn 3, that would have been then, as he closes on the Renault of Mary. So 5-lap old softs against 2-lap old hards. But again then, we'll focus on Timmy this time, because if he can get as close as he did the last time, then we might just see a move. About 6 or 7 tenths out of the hairpin. Not quite close enough. He's not got much ERS as well, so I think he's going to struggle on this lap. Yeah, both go through for another lap. And Philip's dropped back a little bit on that lap. 6 laps now on that set of soft tyres. I think they're probably going to be in around the same lap. So he's going to have to overtake Zepper on track somewhere, as it's Billy. What have we got? We've got 2 ghosts racing on top of each other. Brilliant. Composite on Bogorowski then. Who's overtaking who? Has Bogorowski just got through, or is Composite coming for a move? Bogorowski 4-lap old softs, I imagine, has just made a move there. So we'll leave that one. And it's 2.7 again, so it's pretty stable at the front now. As we see another penalty. So Philip is getting towards well into the second half of this stint anyway on the softs. What can he put on? What have we got left? That's 16-17 laps left. He could, if he pushes it for another couple of laps, go for a set of the mediums and do a medium, soft medium. That wouldn't be a bad call. And Zepper then is going to probably go to the mediums as well from the hards, and he's picked up a penalty then, so I'm not sure if Philip's picked one up yet. I don't recall seeing one. I didn't know he did in the first lap melee, didn't he? Philip picked up a penalty, avoiding all the carnage when he found himself up the front, as again those 2 ghosts are annoying me with position changes. Billy now though just 2 tenths off the back of Mary. This could get very interesting as we come to the end of the first sector. All over the curb there. Still running second gear through there. Quite a low gear to take through there, but he's making it work. Not quite close enough to make a move through there. There's not really that much of a braking zone into that chicane to get the move done. And he's definitely close enough to have the DRS. As he closes right up under braking. Can he get a decent enough drive? He's still within half a second. So this is probably, he's got plenty of DRS open as well, and he's got the slipstream. Billy, is he going to make it through? Up the inside. Oh, he's a little bit tentative and just couldn't quite make it through, as we see a penalty there for Mary then. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of penalties handed out tonight. I'm pretty sure there was in F1 and F3 last night. I picked up just the one late on. And Philip now is just over 2 seconds off Zepper as the clouds have come in a little. Not entirely sure what the weather forecast was. I've not been told it's dry, so there's the possibility of rain, and I have a message. Yep, we'll just ignore that for now. So what's Philip doing? And is that rain? That's rain! There's rain coming down here. Oh my word, this is going to get interesting. Rain is coming down in Canada. Wow. So now people are going to be wanting to extend this stint and to try and get to, if they need intermediates. You don't want to be pitting and then having to come in straight away for inters, which I think Philip and Zepper are both getting to the end of their tyres, so they'll want, if the rain's going to come down, they'll want it as soon as possible. As we see already drivers going for the inters. Timmy's taken the dive onto the green mark tyres, as has... no? 2 dives gone for a new set of mediums then. I think Timmy might have gone too early. Bagpuss has pitted for mediums as well. So yeah, Timmy's the only one to go on inters at the moment. I think it's too early. It does not look wet enough. Go on board through turns 3 and 4. Yeah, he's got no grip on those inters. Oh, what a shame. He was running so strongly. But it's just not quite wet enough. And Zepper is in. So what's he going to put on it? Philip has gone through for another lap. Zepper's putting inters on, but as we've seen, unless it's coming down harder now than it was when Timmy's come out of the pits. I think it's still too early. Whether he was absolutely at the end of his heart and had no choice, but he probably in the current conditions would have been better putting a set of softs on. As the ghosts all seem to come in. What are they going to put on then? If the ghost puts inters on, does that mean it's the right call? Are they going for another set of mediums? Yes. So Zeppa, yeah, Zeppa's losing a lot of time as well then. He's absolutely nowhere. The inters are not the right tyre to be on. As someone is completely hooning it down my street, if you heard that. And Timmy's wide at turn 1. So yeah, the two of them have gone for the plunge. 2Die, please send an invite. I don't think I'm able to invite. I am not. So unless any of the drivers listening are still in the session and have retired, if you could possibly send 2Die an invite so he can get back in, that would be great. But Panos has also gone on to the Intersend, so communication not happening at Williams to say that it's the wrong call. Spag, Philip is winning. Yes, he is. He is very much winning, and he's done 11 laps on this set of softs. So he's doing a very, very good job of keeping this on the track. These softs are definitely getting towards the end of their life. And he just needs to be careful of this traffic ahead. He needs to be very, very careful at this stage of the race because these are tricky conditions. Zeppa though drops another position. So yeah, still not the right way to go on those inters, and the problem is by the time it gets to being inters you'll probably have burnt them out. And Philip then is about to put a lap on Panos, who is your pole sitter tonight. So we've just got another message, I'll try and pick that one up. And Philip's finally in then, and making sure he goes slow enough to get the pit lane speed limit. So Zeppa has started to pick up a little bit of pace by the looks of things. What's his last... Why am I struggling to find race director when it's already there? Zeppa... His last sector was a lot faster on that lap. I think this is pretty much the time, and hopefully we're not going to miss this because Philip is on the inters and he is out in front. And yeah, he's going to come out behind the Renault, but that Renault is still out there on hard tyres, so he's 3 seconds clear of the Williams of Zeppa. Just get these tyres up to temperature. It's all looking very good at the moment with 11 laps remaining for the McLaren team. And Billy now pits and puts inters on, then he's rejoining in 7th place. Bogarovsky as well. So pretty much everyone at the moment. Fairy Tale continues on 23 laps on a set of mediums. What on earth's going on there? Oh, wait a minute, Bagpuss has gone ahead of Zeppa on new mediums, so it's still a bit of a crossover going on. Yeah, that's costing Zeppa time to fill it then, isn't it? Because Bagpuss on, I think if you're on new dry tyres, you can pretty much keep it on at the moment, but anyone on old dry tyres is starting to struggle. It's still not 100% what's the best tyre to be on out there. We'll probably see Gasly out there on a set of full wets in a minute. Philip has pulled out a strategic masterclass. Yes, he very much has. He's played everything perfectly so far tonight, including, it seems, taking a shortcut at turn 1 to avoid all the carnage. So yeah, he just doesn't want to get involved with Bagpuss at the moment, because unless it stops raining, that's not his race. His race is very much with this Williams of Zeppa, who's starting to get some confidence back now. But oh, did he just take... I think he got away with that. But yeah, very close to taking some of the wing off. But he's also got a couple laps more, of course, than Philip on these tyres, and they were a couple of laps on a pretty dry track. Philip losing time to first. Yes, he is. The rain's still coming down. So I'm pretty certain that he's... and is that Bagpuss starting to struggle, possibly? He's gone a little bit deep into the hairpin. As what's Mary going to do then? Has he got any damage? Has he got right front damage? Possibly. He goes... Oh no, he's pitting. He is pitting. What does Bagpuss do? He goes for another lap. So the mediums are still going strong. And I was trying to find the Renault. There we go. Yeah, new front wing on it as well. Then new front wing and inters. And Zeppa's back in. Has he had front wing damage? Oh my word, Philip is now going to be a pit stop in front. What's going on? He's put softs on. What on earth is going on here? He's serving a penalty, is he? Or is that just a glitch of the game? I thought you'd have to serve the penalty first, but no idea. But yeah, what? So he's gone for inters. It seems too early, and now does he know something we don't? With going back to the slicks. If it carries on raining, Billy's back in for slicks as well. Then Fairy Tale back in. Is this going to be a spanner in the works then? Philip's dropped time to Bagpuss. It's still raining, but slicks seem to have. It seems to have swayed back towards the slicks again. There is not a right tyre to be on right now, is the conclusion I'm going to draw from this. Apart from the fact that... so who's just... Mary's just pitted and put the inters on, so you've got to feel sorry for him. He literally pitted on the same tyre everyone else was coming in for the slicks. I hope this isn't a glitch, because it's still raining pretty hard. Ghost car on the podium. Yeah, we've got a couple of them at the moment, Phil. So we could have a podium with no one on it. As Philip's pitted, where's Zeppa? Out of the final corner. Philip and Zeppa. Who's going to get there first? Philip's going to skip the first corner, of course. But I think it's going to be close. Zeppa or Philip? Oh, he's close, but Zeppa just, with pitting that lap earlier, just goes through into what a... Well, it's not a net first place anymore, is it? Because there's still guys out there on slicks. There's still the ghost up there. Bagpuss, though, is very much still in this race and still leading it on 6-lap old mediums, which can, providing the weather stays in the current bizarre situation, can go to the end. So, yeah, I've no idea what's the situation with tyres anymore. Tudai and Danny are still less than a tenth apart in their little ghost race. As Zeppa's gone deep. Zeppa's gone deep. Philip is going to be all over the back of him as Mary in that Renault. Yeah, it's fortunately on the wrong tyres, it would seem. So, Bagpuss looks like he's played a blinder in not pitting for inters at any point. Although Philip goes a little bit wide there. So I would imagine the two ghosts aren't going to be classified. So at the moment this is a battle for second and third places as Mary pits again, and Composite finally comes in on those 26-lap old mediums. I've no idea what he was trying there, and he's put inters on. Both have gone for inters again. Do I sense a bit of Jeff involvement here, changing his mind? Billy's P6 with quite a distance to Philip ahead, so that'll become P4, won't it? So at the moment, Bagpuss is in a very commanding first place, if he can keep it on the track. As Bobrovsky picks up a 5-second... Wait a minute, Bagpuss is in the pits. Don't tell me it's swayed back to intermediates again. What the Ghost Guard's going to do? Continue. So Bagpuss is in the pits. What are they putting on? Intermediates. I don't know left from right anymore. What on earth is going on with tyres in this race? If that doesn't work out, well, put it this way, currently we have 2 ghosts leading the race by an incredible 17 thousandths of a second. If that intermediate call doesn't work out, then this is the battle for the lead, but I can't say it with any certainty because the best tyre seems to have changed lap by lap. I think if you pit every lap and switch between softs and inters, you'll probably be about onto the right strategy. At the moment, I'd be tempted to say Bagpuss because he seems to have called everything right so far. It seems that quite a few people out there have just been chasing the conditions as we see another front wing going on that Renault. Comrade Flash is now in and going for a set of inters. Wait a minute, has Philip been in the wall? Yeah, ooh, I think he's been wide, but seems to go away with it. Bogorovsky is out of the race. What's happened there? Oh, we've had 2 Mercs come together. Oh my word, 2 Mercs have come together. Are we going to get a virtual or full safety car? We seem to be up and running again, so probably not, as the Ghosts pit. The Ghosts are in the pit. So it's probably, according to, if we go by the Ghosts doing what's right, it's probably time for inters again. Yep, Philip's in the pit. Zeppa hasn't pitted. So Philip is playing by the rule of always be on, or try and be on the right tyres at the right time. Doesn't seem even the game knows what's going on in this race. Just about everyone now is on the inters. We've got Timmy out there who's dropped to 11th place now. On mediums, we've got Billy on soft and Zeppa on soft. So, what's going to be the best tyre this lap? Philip gets back out on track. He's bolted on a set of inters. I'm just waiting for someone to try the Gasly full wet option. Someone's got to. It might work. You never know. Who's in the wall? Oh, Bagpuss! Oh! Has Bagpuss come together with Timmy? And is there damage on that foot? There's damage on the, I was about to say Force India, it's a racing point. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But if Bagpuss has to pit, whereabouts is Philip going to come out? Whew. Keep calm, guys. Keep calm. Philip's still in the game. Is he going to pit? No, he carries on, even with that damage. Zeppa pits for, I imagine, for the intermediates. Go on, try the Gasly full wets. Come on, we want to see every tyre in use. As Fairy Tale picks up a penalty. What difficult conditions out there tonight for the drivers. As Philip comes through and we've got yellow flags for somebody. I don't know who. Where's Philip going to come out? Is he going to come out ahead of Zeppa? Again, these two are fighting into turn 1, but no, Zeppa's going to come out. It's nothing personal, but we want Philip up the front. So Zeppa is back out on, again, I say right tyres in inverted commas, because no one knows. So, yes, if I give up. Why am I trying to decide what the best tyres are in this race? Composite picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not even considered penalties in this race. Anything could happen. Timmy could win this, for all I know, on penalties. Bagpuss is still going around with that damage. And we've got more yellow flags, as that's Timmy being off then, by the looks of things. Fairy Tale's in the pits again. Comrade Flash is a ghost. Mary is in P9 on inters. Panos is on old inters. Composite is all over the back of Billy, who's stuck out there. Oh my word, there's contact. Yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. There's yet more contact in this race, but Billy is really on the wrong tyres. As Zeppa picks up a penalty. So Philip could still be on for P2 here. Bagpuss starting to struggle. He's got front wing damage, of course. Got more yellow flags. What's that for? That's Fairy Tale, who is backwards. And there's the leader coming through. Oh my word. Yep, Fairy Tale's back under control. Get ready for Billy going mad. Yeah, unfortunately, he's been circulating on the wrong tyres for a couple of laps. He's in now for a new front wing and finally intermediate tyres, and the other Ferrari of Timmy is unfortunately very clearly now on the wrong tyres, right out the other end of the track. What have we got going on there? That's composite and panels. The composite's got a little bit of damage. So Zeppa is closing in on Bagpuss. The interval's a bit skewed by these two ghosts in between. Timmy's been off the track again on those mediums. So we're on the penultimate lap, but anything could still happen. Bagpuss carrying this damage just needs to keep calm, because the real interval is what, about 14 seconds to Zeppa. Once the two ghosts have been taken out of proceedings, Fairy Tale picks up another penalty. Oh, what on earth? Oh, he's hit Zeppa. What a bizarre incident. He dropped it before turn 7, and all of a sudden, that's going to give Philip P2 on track, because Zeppa's picked up front damage as a result of that. I have no idea how he managed to drop it going into turn 7. That's incredible. And we've got more yellow flags now. What are we trying to find this time? And it's Fairy Tale all over the place with no front wing. Right, Bagpuss is starting the final lap. He is a fair way clear now of Zeppa following that little incident. And Philip is in close attendance. I think my gut feeling tells me Philip's got less penalties than Zeppa, so he could be on for P2 here. Other than that, it's pretty Comrade flashes a ghost and has been for some time. So I think other than the ghost race going on up front, the closest on track is going to be Philip and Zeppa. Oh wow, 35 laps, what a race it's been. There's been so much going on, there's been some questionable driving at times, there's been some great racing, as Bagpuss picks up a penalty. Doesn't want to be getting too many of those in the last few laps. And he comes into the hairpin then. So in the first spot of rain, he stayed out there on the mediums. When everyone else was switching back to the slicks, he put the inters on. It turned out to be an inspired call. He survived a little bit of damage, but he comes through the final chicane, and providing he's not got about 12 seconds worth of penalties, he is going to come through and win the Canadian Grand Prix. That's your F4 winner then. Danny and Tudai will not, I imagine, be included in results as AI. Zeppa, what's happened to Philip? He's still just about there. Zeppa crosses the line and crashes instantly, but well done Philip, who does pick up P2. What a drive. I've never seen such, as he goes completely under the Williams at the end there. I've never seen such a collected drive from Philip, and in challenging conditions as well. So yeah, well done to everyone really who's made it back in the points, or made it back full stop really. Zeppa picked up P5, Panos in the other Williams, so they salvaged 5th and 6th after that first corner crash. Composite is just about going to be ahead of his, the newcomer Mary, and that stays as it is with penalties. Comrade Flash goes to 8th, but he's ghosted. Fairy Tale has been disqualified. I can't say I'm too surprised after the last few laps. Billy is going to come across the line and pick up the final point. I think he got the fastest lap earlier on as well, so that's some sort of consolidation for him. Consolation when I can speak proper English. I'm trying to catch my breath after an incredible race. F4 certainly didn't disappoint, and the racing point of Bogorovsky is on the top step of the podium. The two drivers either side are not the actual podium finishers, as far as I'm aware. And we'll run you through the final order in just a second. So try and miss out the obvious ghosts. So Bagpuss from Philip and Zeppa is your top three. Panos, Composite and Mary, and I can't remember what positions they are, 4th, 5th and 6th I think, after that all works out. Billy would actually then pick up P7 and I think did have the fastest lap yet, 111.6. Timmy will get some points as well then, and Bogorovsky, Usman and Goon didn't finish, and Fairy Tale was disqualified on the final lap. So I don't know if the top three of Bogorovsky, Philip and Zeppa want to do any interviews. I will try and get them in here. So bear with us 1 second. And who was the other one? It was Zeppa, wasn't it? Hello. Can I find... If you can hear me, just yeah, so I don't know if we can get... Who was the other one? Zeppadoodle, wasn't it? In the meantime, we've got your race winner Bogorovsky. He's wait, who have I... Where have I got the wrong one? Yeah, that's a good point. Who am I looking for? Bagpuss, that's the one. I knew it started with a B. We'll keep you here anyway. We'll ask a few questions if we don't get anyone else. I'll try and get him in. I don't know if we're going to get anyone else then, so yeah, if you want a quick few words, just remind us of what happened with your race, seeing now that you didn't finish. What was the situation? Yeah. just hearing that apparently we can't hear you. So if you go to the party and if you can go to your party settings and press always allow on your audio.
Should be now.
Yeah, hopefully then we can hear Bogorowski then. So yeah, just recapping.
Recapping.
What was a
I was being
pretty...
careful. Lap 1, everything went okay. I was like in P4, P5. Actually having some battles with our race winner. Everything went okay until I was dueling with Comrade, who put me in the wall. Although I did see that he's accused me of putting him in the wall. So.
Yeah, possibly
I had
a busy night for the stewards tonight. Yeah.
I think it will. I think it will be. But I made a terrible choice of getting Intus way too early, and then on the last pace, and then I actually went back into getting mediums, and then it went to rain. I spun off, and then actually when I re-entered the track, my own teammate crashed into me, and then I had too much damage. So it was a really weird race, but yeah, too bad, because a good result was definitely possible.
Yeah, the situation with what tyre to be on at what time, I think caught quite a few people out. It's quite changeable towards the end. A couple of laps the slicks were faster, and then it was back to Inters again. So yeah, not an easy race by any means. Moving on to Bagpuss then, if you could just check that your voice is on always allow so we can hear you on the stream, and then yeah, we'll just recap what I can remember from that race. You came up the front around the time of the rain. Everyone else pitted pretty early throughout that rain. Put the Inters on you, stuck out there on the mediums for quite a while. Just talk us through the thinking behind that. Was Jeff telling you anything? Did you ignore what he said, as you would normally would? What was the thinking behind going opposite to everyone else? Yeah, I think that was... Yeah, I think a few people were struggling a lot. The rain came down sort of towards the end of their stint, so I think worn slicks at that time weren't exactly great, and then put new Inters on, and that wasn't great either. I think sort of fresh slicks were probably the best way to go there. Unfortunately, we've not been able to get Philip in for an interview after his heroic drive to second place. But no, it's overall not a bad race for F4. So congratulations to our winner, Bagpuss. Commiserations to Bogorowski, but thanks for joining us for a quick interview. And
yeah,
that's F4 for another week. We'll be back with France next week then. So thanks for joining us. Check out YouTube for the rest of our races, and goodbye.